thank you from my heart, truly, for joining my live, those of you that did. If you didn't, please check it out. It will be on Mystic Mothers as well as Moon Ascendant Beauty and my page Jolene, and I really enjoyed gaining that insight and that gaining that knowledge and that practice of being able to gain the experience and to share the experience also with you guys, and to push myself out of my comfort zones, as I am a Scorpio. I'm deeply passionate, but I'm also quite reserved and quiet, though I don't always come off that way. And I think a lot of the time we tend to overcompensate for who we truly are because of fear of being hurt, or fear of being rejected, or fear of losing love or losing support. And so I really wanted to hit upon that and to cover that, because a lot of us are healing a lot of emotions, a lot of trauma, a lot of anxiety, and we find it hard to share our vulnerability and to expose our vulnerability. And so being able to do that with you guys who have been really supportive of me and my growth, I cannot thank you enough for that. And that does allow me to heal certain parts of my own self and my own insecurities, and so for that I'm very thankful. But I'm mostly thankful for being able to gain that experience, to gain that clarity, to gain that experience, and to share it with people that do support me and that want the best for me. Sorry, I keep catching something here, like a shadow being. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but I see them a lot in my home. Some of you might feel sometimes like somebody is watching. Sometimes this can be our spirit guides, sometimes that can be shadow beings. If it is shadow beings, then I suggest you do some sort of ceremony, or if you were to invite a ghost to, or a spirit to dinner with you, to have a last supper with you, that's one way of asking that spirit to then leave your home, because this is your space. And also make sure that you cleanse your homes, make sure that you are allowing new energy to come in, and that you are clearing away any stagnant energy or residual energy that is remaining. I really enjoyed the meditation and the crystal healing this evening. I think I'll probably practice a lot more of the crystal healing online. It's a bit more in flow with me. I do like the more exuberant kind of workout, the kind that gets you a bit sweaty but not so much on camera. And it's really, really good too for your physical body, and for built up energy in your body to be released also. So you don't have to go gung-ho and to really push yourself to the point of breaking or anything like that, but if you just allow your heart rate to come up a little, which you can do that with your breathing and next time I come on and do a live for you guys, I will talk about how you can use breath work to increase your heart rate and your metabolism and bring it right up as if you were doing a workout, but you are just sat there and you are just controlling your breath. This is really, really good for anxiety. It's not only good for anxiety, it's really good to release toxins from the body, because we tend to allow toxins to build up in us if we don't get enough exercise, or we're not getting the right fruit or vegetables or the right food, vitamins, enough water. You know, we have 5 senses, which I always say we have so much more than 5 senses. We have about 8 or 9, and I'm really thankful for my senses, although they make me very aware of things that people don't necessarily see. But given if they were to sit and tune in and allow themselves or their third eye to open up with their crown chakra and their spiritual chakra to open up, then they will most probably start to visualize and to see certain things that wasn't necessarily there for their collective vision, your physical vision, to see at previous stages in your life. Everything is down to the divine timing, and tapping into your divineness and your divine gifts takes time, and it takes trust and surrendering your control and surrendering yourself to be guided by your divine and your higher self, especially if you have so much anxiety and you have a lot of issues maybe from childhood that have carried on, or you've experienced a lot of grief and loss in your life. Maybe then you can maybe allow yourself to open up to the divine a little bit more. I think it makes it a little bit easier when you have lost somebody very close to you, because you cannot deny it then. Their energy is always around you. It's just that they are not in the physical form of which you once could see them. They are in a different form, and so becoming more sensitive, let's say, to energies and changing energies, and knowing what those changes are, and recognizing certain energies or spirit that comes into the room, let's say. I apologise for that. Some people really pick up on that, and especially I found with my children having sensory problems with their autism and their George. I feel children with sensory problems are, and I don't know why we call it sensory problems, please forgive me, I have no idea why we call their problems sensory. I know it's to do with how they perceive the senses and how they react to their senses, but their senses are so attuned and so like higher than ours. I feel like children who have sensory deprivations or learning difficulties where their senses are more heightened. I feel that they have such a unique gift that they're able to see things, and like children with autism and, let's say, ADHD, hyperactive attention disorder, or just don't particularly work well in groups, suffer anxiety. I feel they're more attuned to their own energy and to the energy frequency around them, and so when they come across imbalance in what their energy field is, they are very attuned to it, and they get on it immediately. Like they're, before you even know there's a problem, it's like they can perceive there's a problem about to happen. They can feel it. They're so in tune with their energy and the energy field around them. And I just think, wow, that is just so amazing. And I hope this is something that's going to be explored a lot more. I know there's like Mind Valley and things like, I know this sounds a bit far-fetched, like CIA and things like that, doing a lot of tests and opening doors for children with sensory problems or sensory overload. And this is honestly true, and it's not a fiction of my imagination or anything like that. It's not wild accusations. This is research that I have looked at myself. I'm very interested in sound healing, and also using alternative therapies to treat deep traumas and deep anxieties, or even addiction, alcohol. There were trials done back in the sorry, I have shared this information on my page before, but I will share it again because at the moment I can't think of it off my head. I didn't realise I was going to go this deep into this conversation right now, but trials were done where they used LSD to combat alcoholism and even cancer. The healing hertz has been used to treat cancers, and I just find that totally amazing. You know, obviously we probably don't use that as much nowadays, but I love that the early trials that were there and in place, and water healing also I'm very open to. So if anybody has any research of their own that they would like to share, I would love to hear it. I think that alternative healings should be used in hospitals, such as laughter, arts, poetry, music. You know, I feel all these things could be used in hospitals as an alternative, so that these, I mean, I'm not into conspiracy theories, I'm really not. I do listen to it and I like to get a perspective on things, but I'm not like some big conspiracy hunter or anything like that. But I am always open to anything is possible. Yeah. So if your mind can perceive it, it is possible. And so if you are like-minded, if you think the same and feel the same, and you would like to share something or spread, you know, the word of something, or just enlighten others, then I'm all ears. I'm here to receive and reciprocate that knowledge, and to help grow in myself, and also be most knowledgeable that I can be and retain that knowledge. A lot of us have a lot of problem retaining knowledge because of daily daily anxieties, daily problems that they face, being overwhelmed. I know for myself as a child at school, it was very hard for me to go to school and try and act normal when things were going on behind closed doors that I couldn't speak about, and I felt so different to everybody else. I didn't feel normal. I thought at a lot of points in my life that maybe I had disabilities, that I had also sensory problems. Like, all these things had gone through my mind growing up. And why was I different? Why could I not retain that knowledge? Why could I not be as academic as some of my other friends and high achievers as my peers? But that was because of issues that was going on in my life that I couldn't be open about, or I couldn't share, and there was that much pressure upon me to hide what was going on and to try and mask it. I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to express it. And so that caused a lot of inner trauma within me. And if I felt things like that as a child, and the world being so big and so diverse as it is, then I'm guessing there's like millions more like me who also went through so much trauma, so much like insecurity in their lives, and that really like breaks my heart. Now I have to try and remain very stiff upper lip sometimes, and so sometimes going through them traumas helps you to hold empathy and helps you to be a light worker, or a caring nature, or it helps you to recognize others' suffering, and it helps you to create a healing place within yourself, because you're looking for that. You're not looking for anybody else to fix you or to fix your reality for you. You're looking within yourself, because for so long you've blamed yourself, and you've probably been blamed by others, and you take it on as if it was your wrongs, when in actual fact it wasn't. And therefore you have to find a way to cope, and you have to find a way to heal yourself from that. You have to find a way to progress and to be okay and to move on. And a lot of people think we do that by hiding our feelings, hiding our emotions, and it's only just been recently that the opposite is of that. You know, healing is about going deep within and unpicking all those threads of negativeness, all those threads of insecurity, all those threads of pain. And I mean, there's sometimes I can come online, not so much in my readings because I tend to stay away from that, but especially if I'm doing a reading for someone and I connect, and a lot of things that resonate within me come through in their reading, or my intuition tells me that they have also gone through the same traumas as me, or they've gone through certain aspects that I've gone through that I'm trying to heal from, then I can kind of get choked up, and I'm like, well, you know, I've got to really, really control this. But sometimes it just reminds us that we are actually human, and that there's a lot of us that are carrying a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety. And I could cry like a freaking baby on here. with some people that, and sometimes I do, sometimes I sit there and me and a person will, oh, I've just met, we can talk, and straight away we have that instantaneous connection, that thread, that cosmic connection with one another, and you can really feel one another, and you can sit there and you can shed a tear or two and try and hold it back and try to be a stronger person for them. And sometimes it's nice just to see somebody else also feel emotion like you do. With me being a Scorpio, I'm deeply passionate, I'm deeply emotional, I'm a water sign, and so I go to the depths of emotion and I explore emotion and the darkest depths of my emotions, and I guess that's what gives me an air of mystery and magnetism, because I'm also very elusive and very protective of my feelings and my truths. I won't just share them with anybody, though I'm here sharing them with you right now. I'm not actually saying what my truth is, I'm just giving you inklings of what my truth is and about my pain. So sometimes opening up, calling your soul tribe in, and being able to communicate and connect with others on not only a physical level or a spiritual level, on a soul conscious level, on a deep rooted cosmic connection level. I've been studying a little bit about astrology also, and going really into astrology. I've always kind of done numerology, never really stuck with it because my maths was always so bad, but now I'm really becoming quite confident in my abilities to go there and to be able to retain what I learn a lot better. And yeah, I just wanted to say that I was really thankful for gaining the experience, for gaining that insight, and for the support that has been there for me from my tribe family and my soul family. Sorry, but like someone's playing my hair then. And whether you're very spiritual or not, you know, regardless of that, it's nice to know that you have support and that there are people that empathise with you and that care about you and that get you and they feel you and they can feel your emotion. You don't even have to tell them because they can just pick up on that. And you call your support network in is a really nice, special feeling to be able to do that. We are all becoming a little more aware of others' feelings, others' emotions, become a little bit more envious of others and a bit more attentive to ourselves and others, and so that is really nice place to be as well, when you feel that support and that love come back, and that acceptance where you don't have to pretend to be someone you are not, or you don't have to keep your guard up and and kind of be like that, shielding yourself. I felt a lot of my life I was like that, and Scorpio very much shielded. The minute you start asking them questions, they're like, what the fuck, you know, who the fuck are you? Like, why do you want to know this stuff about me? And you instantaneously just shut down straight away, and you do not come any closer to me. You know, why the fuck would you want to know that about me? Like, what's the deal? Are you looking to expose me? Are you looking to, you know, use it against me? But I also have Libra cusp, so I'm very much about justice, and I'm very much about justice being served and truth to come through. Scorpios are very loyal, passionate anyway, but so are Libras. So I was watching a video last night. I'll try and find it and share it for you if I haven't already. And it was about astrology, and it went really deep into all the different astrology signs, and even like how much I've discovered about myself in the past 2 or 3 years has been amazing. Like traits that really stand out, blueprints of me that really stand out, which you get from your numerology or your natal chart, because you don't only have your sun rising, you have your sun moon rising, and I'm like one of them stray dogs that have like a bit of every breed in it. That's how I feel. Like some stray dog that's got all these different breeds in them, because that, like, my chart has Scorpio, Libra cusp, and then I have Virgo energy and Capricorn energy, and so I'm a bit like one of them mongrel dogs that have got a bit of everything in them. But yeah, it's really cool to discover certain parts and certain elements of yourself, and things you didn't necessarily look at before, and to become more aware of them, and to actually, for me, it was those things were pointed out to me. People would say to me, sometimes you come off really aggressive, and I was like, no way, like, I'm not aggressive at all. And then when I've like looked at myself and studied myself and my actions a little bit, wow, like I am really aggressive at times, and my tongue is like, you can tell I'm a Scorpio because my tongue just like, that stings you. And words are powerful things. I say this a lot. Words are very powerful. And so your words have power. If they can alter somebody's feelings, if words can make you feel so good and also take away and make you feel so bad, then they hold power. You know that saying, sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. Bullshit, give me the sticks and stones any day, beat the shit out of me, but like, don't hurt me with words, because they have everlasting effects on you. You know, like your mum would say to you certain things, and they stick with you forever. It's not just adolescence that they play a crucial role in. It's your adult life too, that words can be very, very powerful in, and they can really destroy people. And there's a post going around which I shared about a month ago, that the mouth should have 3 gatekeepers, and those gatekeepers are, is it constructive, is it necessary, and I can't remember what the third one is, so forgive me, but I just think that's so true, and I try to remember that also when I get into an argument with people. I really do try to remember that and try to think to myself, well, do I really need to say that? Do I really need to push it that far? And then the Scorpio in me, that is just that intense, destructive, dark pit of a person, will always push it to that extreme. But I also have empathy and love, and I also have that Libra balance in me, which is probably why I can take on my masculine and my feminine so well and balance them so well, because people say they're afraid of embracing life, but I don't feel like that, and I don't feel afraid of death ever. I just think, well, there's always something else in my belief, and nothing is never ending, everything is eternal, everything just morphs and transcends and transitions into a different type of energy. You know, nothing is ever dead, gone. It just becomes something else. Okay. I really enjoy talking to the camera, and I hope that my talking and my truth and me sharing this talk helps to serve others. This is the reason I started to document what I was feeling. I started to share what I was feeling with others, my frustrations, my pains, my dreams, my aspirations, because people need to feel understood. People need to feel like they are being heard. And when I did psychology, and when I did that, it said about humans will adapt to whomever they share their time with, because humans don't like to be alone. They like to feel accepted. They like to feel like their opinion matters. They like to feel they are being heard, and it doesn't matter if, like, the other person is 60 and you're 30. You will still create a connection and a bond, because if they're the only people in your life, you will connect with them regardless of age, just for that emotional support and that physical support. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go, and I really hope everybody is doing really well, and if anybody has any deep issues that they find it very, very hard to cope with, or to move on from, I'm here if I can offer my time or my services in any way. I will happily do so. I'm very stretched for time with 2 children, and my studies, my page, my husband. But I'd like to think if I could be of some assistance, then wholeheartedly. I would most definitely be. Sometimes you have to really pin me down, because I have that much going on and that much going on in my head. But the minute you tell me something very very impacting, then I'm all ears and I will stop anything. So please, I appreciate you allowing me to share this with you, to share myself with you. I love you very much. I love myself very much. I forgive myself for so much that I didn't do wrong in my childhood or in my adult life or my unconscious knowing, and I release any karmic cycles and lessons for the soul right now, so I can take the love, the affection, the giving, that divine blessing, putting in and receiving. I receive love, I receive my reward for surrendering those things, and for, I'm not saying that the universe owes me a thing, because it doesn't, and I think we tend to get so caught up in that belief because of our hardships that the universe owes us something, or God owes us something, or the divine owes us something. No, you owe it to yourself to go out and to get what your heart desires. You don't let anything stand in your way. If you want it enough, you will find a way to bring it. And so I hope that helps some people. I don't mean you take that forcefully or hurt anybody. And so I shall go now. I love you very much. I appreciate you. I love you. I love myself. Respect, guys. Mwah. Take care. Bye.